This Shabbat we read Parshat Shlach, which gives us the story of our meraglim, the spies. We have 12 spies who go out to scout out the land, this promised land in which the people have been given. And when they go, they see giants, they see giant fruit, they become terrified, and so when they come back, that's the report that they give to the people of Israel. And there are 2 spies who choose not to go along with the other 10 that they went with, and that's Caleb and Yoshua. And Caleb, in one part, when the people are starting to get incredibly nervous, Caleb comes before Moshe, and he says, "Let us by all means go up, and we shall gain possession of it," meaning the land, "for we shall surely overcome it." Caleb is this voice of hope, this voice of reason. Even though I was there and I saw it, it's going to be okay. We can go, we can do this together. But the other men who had gone with him, they said, "We can't do it. They're going to attack us. They're stronger, they're bigger." And the fear was deeply instilled in each part of their being. And so they brought that to the people, and they spread that slander among all of the Israelite people. And they said that the land that they had scouted out, that the country that they had traversed and that they had looked at, that it's one that devours its settlers. And it says here that it's a land that ha'aretz asher avarnu, that they had gone and they had looked over, balator, that they did this on this tour that they had done, on this scouting out that they did. This is an eretz ochelet yoshvehahi, that the eretz, the land itself, eats those who dwell in the land. And that's what they used to scare the Israelite people. And all the people that we saw in that land, they were big, they were huge, they were like giants. And the Midrashim tell us they were so tall and so big that they blocked the sky. They blocked out the sun. That's how big they were. And the people felt like they were grasshoppers in their eyes, that they felt so small and so tiny, and that this is the reports that they give back to the Israelite people. And the commentaries wonder about this language that's used here of this yoshbeha, those who settle, who dwell in this land. What happens? What does it mean that the land would devour them? And so some of the more literal meanings that the commentators give us is that they suggest perhaps that the land itself was actually one that had disease or didn't allow for things to grow. And again, we're remembering that this is the lies that the spies are giving to the other people, but potentially they're saying that the land itself wouldn't allow for things to grow there, or it would cause the people to become hungry because of the food would be diseased. And another interpretation is that the land would be so coveted by all of the people, this one feels a little too close to home these days, that nations would fight over it, and that because of that they would destroy each other. Because of that they would come to destroy each other. But in a more mystical and Hasidic read of this text, the Rabbi Yitzchak of Vorka, the Hasidic teacher who comes, he lives in the 1800s, he comes to interpret this idea of Yoshveha, and he says that this means settlers, and he explains that the Holy Land, that this land of Israel, does not tolerate those who settle down, who are content with their accomplishments, who are content with what's happening around them. He suggests that there's a more spiritual interpretation to this idea of being one who settles. Quite literally, when we settle, we're saying, just as it is fine. Spiritually, I'm okay where I am. I'm never striving to go higher. I'm not trying to be the best that I can be. I'm okay here. And the same goes to what's happening around me. I'm just okay where I am. I'm okay. I've given up. I've given in potentially to my despair. I don't need to keep striving and going higher and higher. And the reminder of our Parsha this week and of this idea of taking the time to say and to fight back against that inclination in a world where it is so easy for us. We've had an unbearable week after week. We always say, we stand up here and we say this over and over again, but it's so easy to just give in to the despair, to stop trying to make a world better than it could be because we're just being beaten down. And what we're taught here is that we always have to keep striving, spiritually, emotionally, to build the world that we want to see. And it's exactly what Shabbat comes each and every week to take us out of that routine, to take us out of the reality of the world that we're in just for a little bit, just for a taste of what it can be. And it comes to tell us that, no, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be that just the laws that are created for those who are transgender have to stay this way. It doesn't have to be that there is full of war and suffering and hunger and despair for the people in Israel, for the people of that region in Gaza, for the innocent people there. We believe that the world can be better, and we are going to do our part in reaching and striving both spiritually and emotionally to get there, that we're never ever going to settle. And on this Parshat Shlach, on this Shabbat where we are sent, may our souls be sent, may our minds, may our hearts be sent forward, not stuck where we are. May we all be sent forward, just as Caleb and Yehoshua, to see the hope, to see the possibility, and to dream of the world as it should be and as it could be, and not as it is. Shabbat Shalom.